So I'm going to skip this thing checking each page because in my video, I'm only doing one of them. You would do each step for all of them and then go on to the next step. So we're gonna skip this thing that says check each page. You can do that, and then we're gonna pare down, slim down, cut down the number of samples or the samples themselves to something that's really showing exactly what I want. So when I look at this set, let me go ahead and for this one, let's just take a look. Rectangles, circles, arc de triomphe. I want to do no dims, primitives, rough, identifiable, concept visualizations. Um, this one shows sort of all of those, and so does this one. So I have sort of a choice here. This one doesn't show as much, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Okay, that leaves me these two. And from this one, I see I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these to show. And so I think what I'm going to do, this one gives me a little bit better opportunity to move things around. So I'm going to take that one apart. Watch, I'm going to copy this one so that I can separate these out just a little bit. And I'm going to do that by doing a crop. So there I've got that one. And my crop isn't great. You should do as good a job as you can to get rid of extraneous little lines and stuff. That one's looking pretty good. So I've got that one. I think I need to crop this one now. Oops, let me copy this. And I'm going to copy these two, crop these two out of it. And I might do even more to get those separated later. And I did talk about tracing, so I can, whoops, where'd it go? There it is. I can crop this tracing one out. So see how I'm selecting exactly what I want to see out of that complete set that I had. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 images to show this. When I come over to this one, again, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this one just because I like the colors. And this one really shows adding the boss relief. This one shows, it's kind of neato because it shows it down and up. That's a really cool little example right there. So, and they're all rectangles, right? I could make an annotation that says these are just made out of primitives. But look at this cool thing that I've got. And this one, I could say the same thing. These are all primitives. It's a cylinder, 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 cylinder. This one's not quite as easy, but it's still a primitive. And there. So I'm going to eliminate this one, crop my rectangles out so that I have just my Arc de Triomphe. And I can work on the image a little bit more later. I'll crop the Arc de Triomphe out of this one so that I have just the rectangles. This one's sitting pretty good all by itself. I don't need to crop anything. And this one's sitting pretty good all by itself. I don't need to crop anything. And so on my last one, this is kind of cool. Existing dimensional design, so I could note that this was traced over an existing set of lines, and I used primitive walls, windows, roof to make it, and that I was able to add a topography. Of course, I didn't do this work. I'm letting everybody know that this is work of students in the class, but you'll have your own versions of this to be able to do. So I think all of these sort of work here. So I'm going to select them all and just make them a little bit smaller right now, just so I can see later on where I'm going to place things. So there we go. I've pared down my samples. Um, and I did have more than would fit on a single sheet. If I wanted those to be full size and be able to see, I would have done that. But I think I can fit this now onto a single sheet, even if I'm putting some words on it, okay, to annotate a little bit later on. So I think I've met it. You know, when I'm done, I might go back and change things around a little bit. But that is the rest of activity 2. Choose representative samples for each SLO.